focus on making the Superbooth to get all the manufacturers of electronic musical instruments together on an event that is not as big as NAMM Show and Musikmesse, where we have a bit more intimate atmosphere, where we have stands, where we have an atmosphere where we could listen to the instruments and to the sound of the instruments, because that's why we come together. We would like to show each other our ideas and visions of a good product. And this is mostly impossible on these big trade shows where you have a trumpet player left and a guitar player right hand. We had a wonderful location last year, and everybody who came was very impressed by the Funkhaus. And now we found an even better one, what nobody could believe who was there. But after I took some of the manufacturers and of partners there to have a look for that, they said, wow, that's impossible. And this was a building built up also in the GDR times, handed over to the public in '79, and it was made for educational reasons. It is equipped with a laboratory for physics, for you don't call it physics, like chemical, physical, like lifting things up, and and music. They have a little tone studio, and they have a big stage, auditoriums for theater, and concert halls of different kind, and a big foyer, and a park around it for relaxation, and a swimming pool indoors where you could relax for in between the morning and the afternoon shows, and swim some minutes, and a train going through the park, and being outdoors for relaxation. That's super. When we made the Superbooth last year for the first time on our own, with not being a sub-event in the Musikmesse, we just wanted to make it affordable for everybody, and we didn't know how much work that would be. And with a team of nearly 30 to 50 people in the end, it was all very chaotic, but in the end, all the exhibitors and visitors didn't even recognize that. And I was so surprised about all the energy and the love that everybody brought in, and the respect with each other that also the exhibitors brought in, where they did not complain about nothing. They said, oh, where do I get this? And we always had an answer, say, oh, ask this guy over there. You see this guy with that shirt on. He will help you with that because he knows it. And, you know, everybody was, it was so charmant. The weather was fine. And we had a lucky situation where in the beginning I thought we can't top this. But, yeah. In between now, being in the preparation of 2017, I'm very sure we will top this. What I liked a lot in the Musikmesse in Frankfurt was the idea to have something for the kids. To have school classes coming in. That's what I already have seen there. They had an extra hall called Music for Kids, where they had extra furnitures, where kiddies were sitting together, playing on things, understanding that the longer tube is making the lower tone and things like that. And in this building where we will go to, the FEZ, Family Relaxation Center, is the German expression of FE, the whole word FEZ. And in this building there's the Academy for the Teachers in Music. It is exactly based there, and they just have a conference with all teachers for musical education in all the schools of Berlin getting together, and they will be invited to go there to learn about the next generation of electronic music where we are in. You know, we are all busy with modular system, having the latest synthesizers, making techno electronic music, making noises for films, for movies with synthesizers. You know, even Hans Zimmer is not asking strings again, but having a synthesizer for his, I don't know, films. And it's an important tool to produce music and visions, but it's also a thing to play around. So we adults should be able to copy the children with just playing around on instruments, and the children could learn from us what we do with electronic musical instruments of yesterdays. And we're all, or a lot of us are in the age of 50 plus, and I think it's very important, if it's so hyped that it's growing and every other week there's a new company making another brand for modulars, we should more than ever look for the next generation and take care that they don't miss to understand what we are doing here, and that they find their own vision and not tell them you have to do it this and that way, but to just give them the units and let them play. What we do on the Superbooth 17 is that everybody who is a bit bigger is forced by us to have an additional installation downstairs in the foyer that is open to public all the time. So the doors are open, they don't have to pay admission, they can come in at 10 o'clock in the morning, play around in the big foyer downstairs at these little tables for 2 hours. Then we start concerts there outdoors on the seaside stage. That's new to last year. That's an additional stage where friends and clients and exhibitors are playing blocks of half an hour or something like that. And then at 2 o'clock it's public times, and they can buy a ticket and get into the adult thing, not adult thing, to pay a fee and to be in the show. Because from 10 to 2 we have pro times again, because we are a little business, and to define ourselves as exactly this, to talk to all the retailers from Europe or from overseas, to talk to all the media people, you need a bit of silence, you need a bit of a concentrated situation where not Mrs. No idea of what we're doing is asking what this knob is for and taking us apart from that. As a relaxation idea for ourselves, we will have a program going further until 11 at night. So there's concerts and presentations and nice things that we don't know completely yet until 11 at night. And then there's the boat shuttle taking you back into Berlin Mitte. So if you want to join, you can book a hotel in Alexanderplatz, and there's a boat shuttle that's taking 1 hour from, as last year, from the station next to the Fete, taking you back to the same station at Janowitzbrücke in Berlin Mitte. If you have been there last year, it's the same place where you have to enter the boat in the morning. I'm very much looking forward to that, and I'm very sure that this will top our last year's introduction of a specialty trade show.